Alright, so it was November 10th, 2016, and I woke up thinking that today was the day. Today was the day I finally got to play against the Hornets in our AAU semifinal tournament. And if you ever played AAU basketball, there's always that one team that you always have to play, and it's always like super intense. And you know what's really good? When the parents even fight in the stands half the time. So I was on a team with one of my good friends, Adam, and it was kind of our team because my dad was the coach. So we kind of ran really like through us, and we kind of carried the team. So I remember going downstairs and hopping in my dad's truck and getting ready to go to the game. And my dad, if you ever have a parent that coaches you or anything, was giving me the usual talk on the way to the game, you know. And I'm just sitting there with my headphones in, not really paying attention. And he's telling me, he always kind of had the same phrase like he would always go back to. He was like, just don't think, just hoop. So I just blow it off, yeah, whatever. So then we get to the game, and I just go and sit next to Adam, and we start putting on our leg sleeves and our shoes and tying up our laces and everything. And then the kid walks in, and his name's Ryan from the other team, and he's the kid who's always talking shit, and he's always in our ears. So he comes up and he walks by us, and it's like, oh yeah, it's easy work today. I'm like, okay, what does that even mean? Like, whatever, go warm up. So then we get on the court, we start warming up, and the ref throws the ball up, and it's tip. So we start playing the first quarter, and it's just going terrible. Like, we're losing by like 12 right away. We're missing shots. Our parents are getting mad because we're not getting fouls. So then we get into the second quarter, and our team chemistry is just terrible. Like, we're yelling at each other. We're saying like, you should have passed it here, you should have passed it there. And we go into halftime just with our heads down and like completely mad at everyone. And I remember just sitting in the locker room, like looking at everyone just arguing, and like my dad like trying to keep it all organized. And then we came out in the third quarter, and we kind of started picking up the pace, but it was getting super physical. Like, I remember like even the parents, like they kicked one of the parents out because it was getting just so bad in the stands. And I remember running up to a kid and ripping the ball out of his hands, and he like turned around and just elbowed me right in the face. And like we both got technical fouls, and it was just all kind of crazy in the third quarter. So we went into the fourth quarter, and we were still down by like 15. So we kind of expected a loss, like nobody was really trying. And of course my friend Adam goes down with his knee injury that he always gets when we're losing for some reason. So it's just the usual thing, so I'm kind of still playing my game. And we're down 12, and I remember with like 4 minutes left, my dad called a timeout, and he like brought us to the side and was like, you know, there's still time left, I don't know why you guys are playing with your heads down. And he kind of looked at me and he said, what do I always tell you, you know, don't think, just hoop, you know, don't look at the score, just play your game. So we go out there with 4 minutes left, down 12, and I kind of just start throwing shit up, to be honest. And I'm kind of being selfish, but I really didn't care at that point. And I remember I ended up cutting the lead to like 5 or 6 with like 2 minutes left to play. And that's when we really started talking shit, because we were kind of gaining momentum and really getting in their heads. And we drew up a play to hit a 3, so we were only down 3 with like a minute 20 left. So their lead went from like 15 to 3 in just 2 minutes. So then I remember one of our teammates got fouled and only made 1 free throw, so we were down 2. So in order to get the ball back, we fouled them with like 3 seconds left. And of course, the kid we fouled was Ryan, who was talking shit all game. So I get behind him and I like slap him on his butt, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is the guy we want up the line, like talks the most shit, let's see if he could step up. So it's 1-1 in basketball, so if you don't know, you make the first, then you get the second one. But he ended up missing the first, and the rebound got tipped to me, and we only had 2 seconds, so I was kind of dribbling towards half court, and I just went to throw something up, and I barely got bumped, but I sold it, and I went all over the like scores table, knocking down the stat sheet and everything, and I got the foul. So then I'm at the line, 1-1, down 2, and I need to make both to get into overtime, and there's 0.3 seconds left. So I take my first one, and it goes in, and I'm sitting there for my second one, and I was kind of shaky with free throws around this time. And Ryan comes up to me and he says, oh yeah, you were the one talking shit, let's see if you can hit him. So I remember taking my first dribble, spinning it, and letting it fly, and it went right through, nothing but net. And I remember just like the weight just being lifted off my shoulders, like, oh. So then we ended up pushing it into overtime, and I remember just from that free throw alone, like the crowd went crazy and everything. And we ended up going off in overtime and winning by 8. And I remember just walking towards the sideline, and my dad looked at me and he was like, that's how you fucking hoop.